Welcome to the Kortex Media Podcast, Marketing Accelerator, your compass for navigating the dynamic world of marketing and business growth. I'm Korson Schmidt, founder of Kortex Media. Our mission is to equip marketing agencies with the custom growth solutions they need to unlock massive revenue increases and scale their business. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today, we're joined by a true visionary leader who is actively shaping the future of organic marketing, Armen Andonian, CEO of Acero. He brings a fascinating background to the table, having studied politics at university and worked at foreign policy research before diving into the digital marketing world in 2017. Armen's journey is a testament to adaptability and foresight. He built Acero from a team of remote freelancers into an AI-First SEO agency, focused on not just ranking on Google, but influencing large language models like ChatGPT. He's also planning to launch a fundraising agency for AI and Web3 projects, showing he's consistently at the cutting edge floor. Armen, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, Korson. Really nice to be here. And grateful that we're having this conversation. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into this one, especially with kind of where you guys are headed and what we talked about in our last conversation about AI, SEO, GEO, and that whole landscape. But before we get too far into that, let's jump into who is Acero and what you guys do, just so the audience can get to know your company. Give us a quick overview of your core services today, and then we'll dive into more of that AI, SEO side of things later in the conversation, if you don't mind.
Sounds great. So Acero is a digital marketing agency in London. We concentrate mainly on SEO and also AI-First SEO services. So like you said, getting clients mentioned not only on Google, but also in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, also in the AI overviews and on the AI mode of Google as well. Our core services are basically SEO and organic visibility consulting. We also do link building and digital PR. So we get people mentioned in the media, which is very helpful for getting you shown within AI overviews and also on places like ChatGPT. We'll dive into that later on. And we also do technical SEO services. So if someone has a website and it's been hit by like a Google penalty or something like that, we will try and figure out a way where we can recover this website. And we've been quite successful doing that on a few of our own sites and also for clients as well. So those are our core services. We're basically a full stack SEO/organic marketing consultancy. And now we're diving really into AI first organic marketing and SEO services.
Amazing. And that is the direction we all know it's going to go, right? And AI has been a new topic. I mean, it's not new anymore. It's almost a year old now, or a couple years old now, but it seems to have blown up this past year. Before we get too far into AI, I just want to bring it back and ask for a quick case study, because everyone's process is a little different within their marketing agency and how they go about their services. So if you don't mind taking us through a quick case study and how you guys have helped a specific client get the specific result they were looking for. Through working with you.
I guess one of our main niches as an agency is that we actually build our own websites using the rank and rent model. So what this basically means is that we target a market that we know that we can build a website in and rank above the current market. So we've built a number of websites specifically in the legal and the financial services areas where we've actually outranked companies who are targeting the same keywords and search terms on Google, and we've built these websites and one of our most notable ones is one that deals with family immigration matters in the UK. So what we did is that we built this website, we outranked the whole industry, we started to generate leads, and then we started to sell those leads to law firms who needed those leads. So I would say what we're really good at is not only like helping clients excel in exactly the same way, but also identifying gaps in the market where we can actually create our own brands and also beat the market and then eventually monetize that leverage that we create for ourselves.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. It's a totally different way of...
The model is called rank and rent. That's what it's called, rank and rent. So you basically rank the website and then you rent the website or you sell the leads.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's not something that you hear about often for getting inbound leads, especially with the clients that you guys work with. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm assuming what you guys would have done is you'd be like, hey, we'll make a website better, a little bit better than yours. We'll get the leads all attracted to our website, and then we'll kind of just sell you them at a cheaper price because you guys are our clients, and we're here to get you leads, get you guys results at the end of the day.
yeah,
So I love that that
yeah.
model in how you guys are executing that. Now the big question: AI,
Hmm.
SEO, GEO, that crazy landscape that we have no idea kind of where it's going to
Yeah,
go. In your
sure.
opinion, right now, Armin, what has
Hmm.
been? I know you guys in our last conversation, you said you guys have been testing a lot of different strategies, a lot of different ways
Yeah,
to get ranked in these LLMs. Where do you guys see the landscape going, and what's been working, what hasn't been, if you don't mind giving away some of your secrets?
sure. So, like, I see the landscape going in a far more kind of like chatbot direction. So, there's going to be more chatbots that are cropping up, and probably very specific chatbots for certain services, like legal services, financial services, etc. There'll probably be a number of different versions of ChatGPT that are all kind of tailor-made for specific industries. I feel like we're going in this kind of direction generally. So
Mhm.
understanding how to influence these chatbots is really important. So I'll tell you how it's been working for us. So obviously, like websites took a massive hit on organic traffic, let's say about a year ago, when the Google AI overviews basically were released en masse across the Google search platform.
Mhm.
And when that happened, a lot of blogs that were ranking for very highly informational keywords lost a lot of traffic because the AI overviews answer questions very fast and very easily. Sometimes not always the right answers, but the fact that they do that means that less people click through onto informational content.
Mhm.
So that what we realized was the first thing was like, how do we influence the AI overview? So in order to influence that, you need to not only write like great content, and this also goes for ChatGPT and Perplexity and for other AI engines as well. So you don't only have to write content on your website that showcases true expertise. You also have to build your brand off your website in places that these AI engines and search engines are crawling. So posting on Reddit and Quora is really important. So
Yep.
finding like threads on Reddit and Quora and making sure that you're posting there is really important to get your brand kind of recognized by these platforms. Another thing is by doing digital PR campaigns, so getting your brand featured in as many relevant media sources to your niche as possible and getting journalists talking about you. Another thing is also like directory listings, so getting your company featured in the right directories that are relevant to your product, services, and your niche. And also just standard good SEO practices is really important. So building topical authority, building backlinks, doing all the old SEO stuff is still really, really important. And it does add authority and it does add weight to how AI platforms register and talk about you.
Wow, that's a lot of information that just got shared, and I really appreciate that, Armin. That's what I'm looking for in
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go back to when you said Reddit. Why is Reddit such an important thing to post on, and why do they search Reddit so much? Is it because there's so much information on Reddit and so many conversations
Exactly.
going on at the same time?
Yeah, Reddit's a gold mine for topics across the board. You know, it's an absolute gold mine, and it's like actual things that people are actually talking about right now. And it also has a massive domain authority, which means that this website gets crawled by a bunch of different platforms all the time. And like, there's a lot of really up-to-date information in it. So these platforms probably crawl it because of that, you know. They
Mm,
want to know what the user intent is. They want to know probably how to structure their answers for people searching for these kinds of queries. And places like Reddit and Quora give them an amazing idea and way of doing that. So I feel like these platforms crawl these forums because of this kind of thing, like it's user first information. And these AI platforms are always trying to give you user first information, as
sure.
opposed to like the old SEO kind of searching on Google, where you're basically like searching, going to a blog, and you have to scan this blog for the information. The
Hmm.
AI platforms are giving you user first information. So I have a feeling that they're crawling these websites in particular because these websites are what the users are talking about, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I totally get it, and it makes sense with your explanation there. Now, if we
Yeah.
look at now, we just kind of spoke on the SEO side of things. Now we have very easy make websites out there as well. So if you look at programs like Lovable, how are these
Right.
comparing to an actual ground built website that you guys said you guys were just talking about that we were just talking about earlier? Sorry. How are they
Yeah.
comparing those two in the SEO world in general? Because I've heard that
Yeah.
Google doesn't like these AI models, these AI websites, but then I've also heard that
Right.
they're getting advantage over a ground built website at the same time. So with the LLMs, that is. So how is that landscape in your opinion there, Armin?
I think like taking a product to market now is far easier. So let's put it in the context of building a website on Lovable. You can actually just vibe code a very nice website, but from what I know, it will be less kind of durable in the back end because you haven't actually created that. And it doesn't necessarily have like a CMS like WordPress does or something for you to input all of the correct kind of SEO values, etc. But in terms of actually building a product now, things are really easy. Using Lovable, creating automations on make.com and NA10,
Mm-hmm.
super like groundbreaking stuff. And like, these actually have been around for a while, these platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But like basically, in my opinion, I still feel like vibe coded websites, they're great for like what they look like and stuff. But like in terms of like actual SEO value and like making them ready for like organic traffic, they're more challenging to work with from what I've seen. However, I might be totally wrong in that. I haven't worked with enough of them to actually have a proper opinion on it.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, it's easier to actually SEO optimize websites that are built on proper CMS platforms where you can actually like directly navigate to each specific part of the backend in order to SEO optimize it.
Mm-hmm. Make sure everything's optimized from the foundation and
Yeah,
upwards, right? So that's a huge aspect. And um,
yeah,
actually, what you said earlier about you guys building websites and selling off leads is exactly. It brings me back to the first episode I did in this series with Chris Ralph. I don't know. I told you to watch that one. I don't know if you did, but if anyone is wanting to learn more about GEO, SEO, AI SEO,
yeah.
go listen to that conversation as well because it's just as insightful as this one. Two great minds telling us about SEO, and it's a very interesting spot we're in right now, and it's like it's so hard to navigate. So, I mean,
It is.
I appreciate everyone who's coming on to share their opinion, and especially yourself, Armin, because we don't know where it's going to go, but we all have a certain direction on where it's going to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
and it's a crazy landscape in general, not even just within the SEO side, but within AI and marketing in general. So, what are some of those other trends that you're seeing within the marketing industry that are affecting marketing agencies as a whole?
I think social media is one of the most powerful things right now. If you can build a personal brand across social media, you can actually protect yourself quite nicely for the future of like whatever you're trying to sell. Building a very engaged audience on social media is super important. Um, I think that is probably the most important thing right now is building brand on social media alongside, trying to rank your website and running ads towards it and all this kind of thing. I think like building newsletter lists and pushing people to digital products through social media and just building well-rounded communities on social media platforms and also on newsletter emailing lists. I think that is one of the best things you can do right now, not only as a marketing agency like owner, but as a individual who actually wants to like build a brand.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
we went through a huge influencer era, sorry, not error. We went through a huge influencer era about what? That was COVID time, so 5 years ago on TikTok when
Yeah.
TikTok blew up, and now we're getting more of that brand era where people are creating
Right.
personal brands and they have a
Yeah.
reason to follow these people instead of just
Yeah.
to watch videos. They have a reason to follow them because they're either giving off very, very high quality information, they're great
Yeah.
individuals that people just want
Yeah.
to be around, or they have great courses or fitness or any all the above. You can just create
That's it.
a brand yourself, right? So I love
That's
that
it.
because that is the direction that we are seeing social media going, and why not create your own brand as well? It's out there, it's free. Push that
Yeah.
content and create your self image, your self brand.
Absolutely.
And now back to that, there's a lot of people I've noticed have been making websites for themselves as well. Do
Hmm.
you see that making a bigger like another additional impact on SEO, adding just another column to bring people into to your business? Like maybe they know your name. They're like, hey, I know that name
Yeah.
from somewhere. So they search your name up and you have
Yeah.
a whole website, shows all your podcasts, your videos, etc.
Yeah.
And then you have a
Mm.
backlink to your website or to your company website as well, and it just kind of pulls everything in full circle. Do you think that is something that is still super truly additional to SEO to your company as well?
I think so, yeah. I think having your own website, which I don't have right now, but I was actually thinking of starting my own website under my own name. I think that, just like you said, it brings the whole cycle together,
Yeah.
and it reinforces brand authority across search engines, across ChatGPT, across everything. Everything will be read and understood by algorithms. So like having your website is just having another piece of authority on the internet. So it's
Hmm.
definitely not a bad way to go.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, this is kind of a question because I haven't been in the marketing space the longest by any means. Um, and there's probably a lot of people here that are just getting started in the marketing space as well. If they
Yeah.
or entrepreneurship in general, if they wanted
Mhm.
to go start a business today and they wanted to get a website, would you recommend
Yeah.
going to that levelable direction or actually get a solid foundational website that is going to drive the most proper SEO possible? What is your opinion
I
on
would
that landscape?
I would use a simple theme on WordPress, and I would basically run with a very simple theme. A great theme to use is called Cadence with a K.
Okay.
Great, very easy, very drag and drop. Excellent for SEO, very fast loading. One of the best kind of templates you can possibly get. There's also free versions of it as well that you can download. So I would say the Cadence theme is the best, but like I said, I haven't built anything, vibe coded any websites on Lovable myself. But I would personally go for Cadence, and I would write the content with a mixture of like using AI and also human editing. And I would just make sure that the content is fully factual and plagiarism checked, etc., etc.
Okay.
I don't think you should steer away from using AI to write content necessarily. I think you should, but you should always human edit it and fact check it and plagiarism check it. So if you are going to build a website from scratch, I would follow that process.
Perfect. I love it. That's the information I'm looking for, man. It's been a great conversation. I appreciate it.
Mm.
Now the next part I want to dive into is more on the AI side, but let's talk more about the efficiencies of it. Like we kind of talked about earlier. You talked about Make and N8N. It's a
Mhm.
it's a crazy landscape. I mean, there's the creative as well, but these
Yeah.
automations just seem to be super powerful, super quick,
Yeah.
and they're just getting better and faster every single day.
Yeah.
With the industry transforming into a more automational industry, where what's your opinion on the future of marketing as a whole, or do you think we're going to have um, what's your opinion on the future? Where do you think the agency world is going to go with all this AI and automation and etc.?
Yeah.
I just want to leave it there.
I think that if you're not automating right now, you're definitely missing a trick. I mean, at our agency, we're definitely automating a number of processes, and it's allowing us to scale much faster. Basically, what I think is going to happen soon is that there's going to be numerous AI agents that you will have access to, that you can build very easily, even easier than you can now. And they will be able to do a lot of the legwork for you. But I think you will still need people in charge of managing these systems, because they do break very fast and they do break quite frequently. So I think that, yeah, it's you can't shy away from automation. Automation is like definitely something you should be exploring. And make.com is my favorite because it's so easy. But like if
Hmm.
you want to get more technical, you can go into NA10. Lovable, I haven't had too much experience with myself, but like make.com for me is my go-to. We've automated a ton of like basic kind of like research tasks,
Hmm.
some social media tasks for some of our own websites, because we want to create a social media presence, but it's kind of automated based on the content that rolls out. So we've done a lot of different things. We've built one to make us do a full stack SEO site audit, which tells you loads of things that are wrong with your website. We could potentially sell that one, to be honest, to SEO agencies, but this is how we're exploring it based on what we do.
That's amazing, and it like back to what you said, right? If you're not using it now, you're behind, and it's just getting
I
better.
think
It's
so.
getting
Yeah, I
faster.
think so.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat with you there because like
yeah, yeah,
there's so many new tools coming out so often. Like yeah, it might be overwhelming a little bit
yeah,
in
yeah.
just in general because the industry is moving so fast in so many different
Mm,
directions.
it
But
really is. Yeah,
if you're not leveraging it, I agree with you. You are behind because there is so much efficiency that you're missing out on. And it's not
Absolutely.
even that you're taking jobs away, you're just saving time for the people for your experts. So they're not
Right.
getting stuck with these operational tasks that are taking
Yeah. Yeah.
10 extra minutes a day. So they have 10
Yeah.
extra minutes a day to focus on your client, keep your client happier, and it's all
Exactly.
pushing toward it's all benefiting your client at the end of the day with the task.
Of
As
course.
long as you're using it properly is the biggest thing as well. I see. um I mean, like, that's the biggest aspect, is a lot of people aren't using it properly. They're abusing it. Just like, for example, if you were to use it for all of your blogs, I feel like it wouldn't attract as well as using as looking it over as a human and actually writing proper blogs and putting words in. What's your opinion on that? Because I've heard two different sides on that as well with your blog posts within your website. Is the AI
Um,
versions great? If you automate that, is it what's your landscape there?
I mean, I'm a big believer in human editing for it to actually be sustainable. I've seen a ton of websites who've just spammed out AI content and they've kind of had like good traction for a few months, but then their traffic has crashed totally. So I feel like actually like taking your time to human edit things is actually more sustainable right now. You don't want to run a website that into the ground, especially for a client. That would be a big problem. So
Hmm.
it's actually, in my opinion, it's better to actually have human editing processes in check right now because that's where we're at. Search engines still don't fully trust AI content. AI engines know that it's AI content and probably don't look at it in the same way. So what we need to do, and there's so much spam out there now anyway. So it's
Yeah,
like, I think it's better to add value, right? So human editing is the minimum you can do basically to add as much value as possible and scale using the tools that we are subject to today.
for sure, for sure. They're great tools. They're great to give you ideas on what to write about.
Of
Use
course.
to help
Yeah.
benefit your creativity within that reference. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and why not use them? They're free. Let's use them. Let's get some better work out there. Become more efficient. Um,
Yeah.
but
Agree.
at the end of the day, they're all tools, and just use them properly, and you're going to get amazing results. Um,
Yeah.
Armin, I love this question. I think I know what your opinion is going to be on this question, but for agencies themselves looking to scale customer acquisition, what seems to be your guys' go-to method right now? Lead generation, client acquisition. What seems to be that go-to that's working well for you guys in Acero at the moment? Just so if there's other agency owners listening to this, or business owners,
Yeah.
they have a direction on where to go.
I think posting on LinkedIn has been really good. It's
Hmm.
definitely given us good leads, but also doing cold outreach to a specific target market on LinkedIn while you're posting, so that what you're saying to people in these messages is kind of reinforced by what you're saying on your feed. So that's been very helpful. Also, I've started like doing more stuff on Instagram, which has been quite helpful for me.
Hmm.
Just building a personal brand there, getting in front of the camera, making videos, etc., etc. But yeah, I think that like LinkedIn has been a really good way for us to be getting definitely some very good conversations with potential clients and some clients. And we're also doing cold email outreach. However, I can't really say I've seen like the most amazing results from that yet. But we've only just started doing that maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. So we've had a few meetings from that, but I wouldn't really say that we may pull the plug on that at some point if it doesn't seem to deliver what we need it to.
Yeah, let's start with LinkedIn. Like, LinkedIn is a great tool. It was always kind of like no one knew how to use it. Everyone's kind of picking it up now. It seems to be there's a lot of people on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people who need services on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people who are offering services on LinkedIn. It's a great spot. There's a lot of people, especially with just your organic posts. You can get a lot of traction if you keep up with it. I
Can.
guess that's just
Yeah.
like any other platform at the end of the day. If you stick up
Yeah.
to it, post 2 times a day of good quality
Hmm.
content, you're going to start getting a following. But there's amazing ways to do it, and on LinkedIn, and it's a great spot. And then building your personal brand, we kind of talked about that earlier. It's amazing. Why not do it? It's free. Just do
Yeah.
it. Build a following, build a community, build like-minded people around you, help build people up at the end of the day. And
Absolutely.
then email I've seen email working really well as long as it's done properly, because I mean it's email at the end of the day. LinkedIn's also quite saturated. Email is saturated, but it's as long as you can differentiate yourself, like sit down, figure out your exact ICP, like you said, and target that ICP with very specific messaging, or with different methods on cold email, because it can be such a great way, and everyone is on email all the time. You just need to find a way to differentiate yourself to get people to click on your emails. So
it must be down to the messaging. Yeah, it must be down to the messaging, obviously.
Yeah, the messaging, the subject line, it all comes down, and it's all about testing as well, because like I've experienced with cold email, even just doing my podcasts and sending invites for my podcasts, and it's like it's very hit and miss. You can send an email out for a whole week and it gets great results, but then you send it the next week and gets 0 results. It's just all on the timing, on who you're reaching out to, and it's a lot of testing is what it is. So I wouldn't say pull the plug yet. Keep testing. You're still early in it, but I'd say keep going, because email is something great. Looking ahead for Acero, what are some of the big goals that you have, Armen? I know you kind of talked about the new venture that you might be stepping into in the future with helping these AI companies, specifically crypto, find investors, and etc. But with Acero, what is that? What are those goals? What are those initiatives that you guys are looking to hit in the future?
The goals for Acero is to work with some really quality new clients. We already have some clients that we've been working with for years. We've got a few more being onboarded at the moment, but I just want to work with brands who are very serious about building online authority. We don't want to have we're not trying to get client after client after client. We're very much like quality focused, and our team is small, so we're quite boutique. So I just want like a nice stream of new additional clients who are serious about growth and that we can actually deliver our services to. And yeah, I mean, we're quite happy where we are at right now, and we're enjoying the ride. But obviously, we do want to grow. We are an agency that's looking to the future, and we would like some more kind of. We would just want some more kind of serious clients who are very serious about basically developing brand authority online, on AI platforms, and also on search engines and within AI overviews, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing landscape, and I love that you guys are looking for exact people who want to grow with you guys. And I feel like that's I mean, everyone wants them, right? Everyone wants that great client. You guys can have great relationships inside work and outside of work, building your teams together, and putting all efforts on the rug to make sure everything gets done properly.
Sure.
Why not, right? Like it's client retention is one of the biggest things within marketing, because it's such a tough world, and marketing is a very trial and error thing, right? Like you can like you said, back to the cold email, you can try cold email, but it doesn't work for certain companies, doesn't work for certain niches, doesn't work for certain markets. I mean, everything can work if you put enough effort into it. But client retention is huge, and trust within this industry as well, because a lot of companies will come look for a marketing agency, but they don't want to even buy from a marketing agency because they got screwed from their last agency, and it's just like a big trust bubble. So back to what you said, keeping your clients happy, keeping the trust, and growing with the companies you guys do want to work with. What are some of the challenges in navigating this crazy agency industry or marketing industry at the moment?
I guess it's like obviously the technological uncertainty, of everything that's happening. But at the same time, we are at the forefront of what we're delivering. So I like to think that we're basically rolling with the times. And I think that we're doing pretty well with it right now, based on the increases of traffic that we're managing to get, especially from these AI platforms in Google Analytics and stuff for our clients and our own websites. So I do like to think that we're doing things in the right way. But at the same time, you never know what the next format of technology is going to be. So let's say one day we move away from laptops and phones and we move into like some kind of glasses that tell you everything. Then I don't know. I can't tell you how it affects SEO strategies are going to be when that happens, you know. So I
Yeah.
think right now, based on the formats and the mediums that are available, we're doing pretty well. And I'm very confident in what we're selling and the results that we're delivering. But at the same time, you know, things can change really fast. We can go from using phones to using glasses within, you know, a couple of months, you know.
Yeah.
So let's just see how it goes.
Well, and we're seeing the glasses come out too. It's actually pretty
That's true.
incredible.
That's true. The Meta glasses, yep, they're already out. They're already out.
Yeah.
Let's see if they catch on. Yeah.
Yeah, the Meta glasses, and then I even saw these other glasses that are meant for kind of speakers within conferences.
Yeah.
They you put a script and it actually projects it in front of your eye it's unreal what they're coming out with
Yeah.
glasses now, but like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy how fast let's just say technology in general is moving. Like it's
Exactly.
unreal. It's moving faster than ever now, especially with the introduction with artificial intelligence, and it's going to be, we're in for a ride, that's for sure. And we're in for a ride, and let's embrace it and keep moving forward. So,
All we can do, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you tried the Meta glasses yet? Like I've seen, I mean, they're all over Instagram and on those platforms, but have you tried them at all?
I've tried the ones that don't have a screen on them, the ones that just record like a camera and stuff. I've
Okay, yeah,
tried those, and yeah, I've tried those because some of my friends have those.
yeah.
But I haven't tried anything more advanced than that. But I've tried the Oculus and I've tried the metaverse kind of stuff from Meta.
Okay,
Very
yeah.
impressive. Yeah, like I haven't tried like the second generation Meta glasses, which I've heard have just recently come out, but I haven't tried those.
I feel like they're like, I mean, how are they going to regulate this when you're driving? Like, I know a lot of people gamble with them just from the videos you see online or
Yeah.
whatever. But like, if you have your glasses on and you're driving and you have these other distractions, it's causing it's a whole new world of driving, and in general, it's going to change things around.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. Hopefully, people have the self-control not to check their Instagrams on their glasses when they're
yeah,
driving.
literally. Yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy world, and we'll see where it takes us, right? Like we don't know for sure where it's going to be. So,
Yeah.
Armin, looking ahead, or sorry, for young marketers looking ahead in their journey, young entrepreneurs wanting to take their first step within the marketing
Mhm.
industry, what is some of the best advice you have for them, for individuals just getting started or entrepreneurs just getting started in this crazy world?
Sure. So just like a lot of other industries, it's no different. Figure out one problem and you can get really good at solving this problem, whether that is building backlinks for a client, whether that's writing amazing content, whether that's like doing technical SEO, building websites. Figure out one thing that you are really good at, and then build a brand initially around that one product. And go on LinkedIn, post about it, do cold outreach, etc. But concentrate on one problem that you can really solve for people, and zoom in on that for a while. And then as you get clients, as you grow, then you can start to expand your services. But always starting with one thing I've found could be the best way to go. Just get very good at it and like actually know what you're doing and actually know the value you're bringing to someone with this one product.
Hmm. And I love that, because once you get good at one thing, you can always work with that same client, because clients don't
Yeah,
like finding new agencies to work with, especially if they trust
that's
you.
true.
If you get good at that one thing, and maybe, hey, they need help with if you're doing their content and they need help with SEO, or something's not working out in there, you can be like, hey, I can give it a try. I've never done it, but I'll give it a try and I'll learn. I'll see if I can figure it out. And they'd be more than
Exactly.
willing to help to let you run through it, especially because you're already working on their stuff. So that's some great advice,
That's true.
Armin. Appreciate it. Where can people find you, get a hold of you to hear about Acero, maybe find your Instagram to follow your personal
Yeah, sure.
brand?
Sure. So my marketing Instagram is called Marketing with Armo, ARMO, Marketing with Armo. You can find me on Instagram. I post SEO tips almost on a daily basis. I've just started the channel about a month ago, so the following isn't massive, but I'm getting some nice traction, getting some nice DMs, etc. You can add me on LinkedIn, Armen Andonian. I also share a lot of case studies and information about our products and services there. Or you can visit my website, acero.digital, and you can also learn more about what we do there.
Amazing. Amazing. Armen, thank you for taking the time to join me on this conversation. It's been truly insightful. We dived through a lot of industry trends, SEO, AI, all of the relevant topics. I really appreciate you diving through that, giving me your opinion on what's working today and what's not. And that's what I'm looking for in these conversations. If anyone else listening to this wants to join me for a conversation, maybe there's something to add, or they want to reach out to me or Armen, feel free. Thank you, Armen. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.